About Productions presents Out and About on the Recumbents, May 14th, 2024. A short ride before the rains. Let's ride.
Hey, good morning. It's BJ and Joe. Well, except for there's no Joe today. Sadly, she had to go to a, well, not sadly, she went to a hearing aid doctor to see about getting a trial set of hearing aids because she found out she has 40% loss in both ears. So I'm by myself. You never should let me out by myself. It's totally dangerous. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm just out for a short ride because we've got some weather coming in. In fact, we've had nothing but weather here really bad for the last 2 weeks. That's why you morning. That's why you haven't seen any videos, because it's been raining or the wind's been 60, 70 miles an hour, or just, I'll tell you, I don't like El Nino years. The weather's just too weird. And it's like right now, it's basically right at 10 o'clock a.m. on a Tuesday. I do believe it's like the 15th. Howdy. And we morning. And we I'm just taking an easy cruise on the Pike Greenway and gonna head up to Vincent Street. We do that a lot. It's just a nice easy loop, and hopefully to kind of get me back to back here around noon, 12:30, because by, well, according to which weather forecast you look at, it's either going to start raining hard at 1 or 2. I'm hoping I can get lucky and catch, and it's 2. But that's why I want to try to be back to the shed. I mean, I've got a rain poncho to walk home, so I can handle it. I've been out in the rain before. Yeah, you can see spring's in full bloom. It's really trying hard to get the leaves on the trees, which is really nice, man. Naked trees are just kind of ugly, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, like I said, so we're just cruising today. I'm glad you guys decided to come along. Passing on your left. Yeah, got lots of Colorado Springs Park stuff out here today, boy. They're working hard. Yeah, looks like they got mowing operations and stuff. But this is Goose Gossage, the Goose Gossage Sport Complex over here. Let me get this cool shot of the creek here. Hey, there's some geese down there. I don't know if you can see them on that little tuft of grass down there. And but yeah, this is the start of the Goose Gossage Sports Complex, and it has baseball, soccer fields, a BMX track, and also a skateboard bowl. And that's morning. Yeah, it's really nice to see the trees with leaves. I don't know why. Naked trees bother me. Seems kind of dumb, I know, but you know how it goes. But yeah, so I'm out and about on the Recumbent, and now that I'm by myself and I don't have to be a nice guy, I'm going to take over the world. Nah, just kidding. Who would want it? I mean, it's a good world, don't get me wrong. It really is a good world. But man, there's so much weirdness these days, We put my mom to rest yesterday at 1 p.m. and great mom, man. She was so much fun. She was a wild one, and yeah, she had a temper, oh baby, but we had a lot of fun, man. Mom raced stock cars and took us to drag races, and howdy. Yeah, you know, took us to drag races, and every year she took us up to Pike's Peak to watch the Pike's Peak hill climb, you know. So we were lucky, and she was young, you know, because I mean, I was born when she wasn't even quite 14 years old yet, so she was young. So she had a lot of energy and a bit of craziness to her. So that's cool. They're howdy. They gonna fix the Templeton Gap bridge here. It was just really nice because that bridge was just getting ridiculous. It was so beat up, man. It would just beat you to death on the trike. And they're not gonna put wood slots, wood in it this time. They're gonna put, they're gonna make it concrete. That's the bridge right there. And you see they got it all blocked off. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna take it all out. And guy's down there working on it. Not sure what he's doing there. I think he's maybe pulling nails out or something. Boy, that's a lot of work, because that's a long bridge. I mean, that's a long bridge. But I'm extremely happy, because I mean to tell you, that bridge would just beat you to death on a recumbent tricycle, okay? You know, I mean, if you got a 29-inch mountain bike, you know, with big fat tires, or a fat tire bike, you ain't gonna feel that, you know, won't bother you. Morning. And yeah, and they got a little more, sorry for the homeless trash, but a little more man-made waterfall down there. We've had a lot of rain, so the Fountain Creek is flowing, baby. And that over there is the start of the Sinton Trail, and they opened that one back up. It's been closed for like last 3 months or so, but they're still working on, because what they're doing is on Elliston Street, where part of the trail goes up, it goes under I25, and they're building acceleration deceleration lanes off there to make an exit, I guess. Not really sure why they do that there, because there's not a lot of traffic below, but yeah, that's what they're doing. Morning, folks. But yeah, so I'm just recording to give you guys a video, so kind of let you know what's going on. Like I said, we put my mom to rest at Evergreen Cemetery here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and you know, she lived a good life, man. It was wild and crazy a lot of times. My mom was married 7 times. She couldn't, you know, if you put 100 guys in a line, and 99% of them were complete angels and saints, right? Oh no, mom would pick the devil. She just, you know, when it came to men, she just couldn't pick them, you know. I mean, you know, my mom was 13, and my dad, who was a Fort Carson soldier at the time, was 22. So yeah, but you know, to cut my dad a little slack, mom was already working. You know, she was working at a restaurant called the El Tejon, his Mexican restaurant, and you know, and I think she pretty much had him conned into the fact that she was, you know, 16 and she was only 13. I don't know, I never asked her, you know, it's kind of dumb, but I never asked her if she was actually still going to school, you know, junior high, you know, and she was doing that job too. But I got a feeling that she may have decided to quit school and just go to work full time, because you know, you could do that back then. You know, we're talking the 50s, you know, Yeah, they didn't have child labor laws that much in the 50s like they do now. So, plus too, we all know that if my dad pulled that stunt these days, they'd put him in jail and throw away the key. But Dad pretty much bailed right after I was born, so I did get to meet him when I was 17. Hey, the man offered me a free trip to Disneyland. He lives in California. I wasn't gonna turn that down. Oh, we got the Bobble Bumps here. Oh, I mean, this is really bumpy. It'll be nice someday, when they finally get to replacing this the old asphalt sections of a lot of our trails. I mean, a lot of the trails, you know, mostly concrete, you know, like you saw coming up, you know, but there's still sections on every single trail that are this old asphalt. And, you know, the tree roots just push it right up. And I mean, I know they can do it on concrete too, but concrete seems to be a little tougher. Another man-made waterfall, as I call it, an agitator, you know, because it, I guess if it breaks up the, you know, those bubbles, you know, like, you know, oxygen, you know, and so it creates oxygen to do that. So, and I guess it also slows down the water a little. I don't know if it slows it down much, because if it rains really hard, I mean, you can't even hardly see those rocks, you know what I mean? But yeah, so like I said, we're on the Pikes Peak Greenway, and that's the kind of the it's kind of made up of 3 trails. It starts down south in Fountain. I know some of you guys have heard this 1,000 times, but for the new folks that might be checking in with us for the first time, the trail system basically goes from the little town of Fountain, which is like 20 miles south of Colorado Springs proper, and then they've got and then the middle part that goes through Colorado Springs, okay, that's the Fountain Regional Trail. And then as it comes into Colorado Springs, it becomes the Pikes Peak Greenway through Colorado Springs up to Woodman Road. Then the trail changes to the new Santa Fe Trail. There's the BMX track. And I don't know if the kids are out of school yet or not. I think they are, so kind of surprised it's a little more busy. Got some bikes coming at us. Morning. And yeah, like I said, there's those they have some serious berms here, boy. And those kids, you know, they like that. That's called a double tabletop, I think. And you know, those kids just jump right over that thing like it's nothing. Me, it would be ugly. Yeah, I did a video not too long ago about down in there's an old bridge, and I can't find any history on it. It's really strange. You know, I guess in the old days, you know, they had other roads, you know, going other places, so, but yeah, that's more of the BMX track there. But yeah, so I'm just out enjoying the morning, you know what I mean? I mean, like I said, the weather's been terrible. Every morning pouring down rain or 60, 70 mile an hour winds, or I don't know about you guys, but let's face it, riding a trike or a recumbent bicycle or even a regular bicycle in 60 to 70 miles an hour winds, it sucks. I mean, it just does. There's nothing good about it. So you know, we just say heck with it and we don't go out. We'll stay inside and ride our recumbent exercise bike that we call the Klingon torture device. Hey, you know, and finally I got to I got e-assist, you know, and haven't been able to use it very much, so don't have many miles on it yet. But I do have to admit, I've been enjoying it. Okay, I got a downhill here. Hit my bell. Kind of know I'm coming. Got to keep the speed down because otherwise I need to really put in a serious lean. And it's hard to do when you're holding a camera in your hand. Sorry about that, didn't mean to give you the helmet shot there, but I'm going into 2 to get up the incline here. I mean to tell you, boy, 1 really isn't, you know, the one on the assist really isn't much, you know, because before I had a mountain bike triple basically on this trike, so you know I get a pretty low gear and, you know, and spin pretty easy up this hill. But much slower, of course, because now I'm doing over 8 miles an hour, you know, and before it would have been, you know, more like 3. But when you put it in 2, oh man, this baby rocks. It doesn't kid around, boy. And it's funny too, because, you know, my level 2 and the level 2 on Joe's trike, mine's much stronger. I mean, much stronger. Basically, she has to almost run her level 3. Here's the Pike View Reservoir. Very calm today. So nice. Don't have a lot of screaming winds. Because when it's windy right here, I mean to tell you, but you're like, oh, don't blow me off either edge. It's like, you know, it's like 30 foot down to the creek there, and there's a big huge thing of water over here that you just don't want to go head first or even tumble sideways down the trike. Yeah, the goose poop, sorry about that. Morning. And nothing you can do about it, man. I can't figure out them birds, you know. They got all this ground that they could, you know, do their thing. But no, they got to pick the concrete. And it like, man, they must have had a big bunch of them here. They're pretty nasty today. And no, you can't avoid all of it. There's no way. So sometimes you have to clean a little goose poop off your tires. Howdy. Yeah, you can see that's quite a drop. Yeah. If you went over sideways on your trike, you'd end up seriously in a hospital. Oh yeah! There's a goose right there. Okay. Let's slow down here. We got a caution blind corner. And it's blind too, boy. Coming down! And it's bumpy. And I don't remember what road this is we're going under. Oh, Garden of the Gods. Yeah, Garden of the Gods Road. Well, technically there it's Austin Bluffs. It's kind of weird. Once you get, you know, basically Austin Bluffs and Garden of the Gods are really the same road. Garden of the Gods Road are really the same road. I got to back off here and let this person come on down. Have a good one. Hello. As you can see, the creek is really flowing today, boy. I mean, that creek's kicking buttons. There's a lot of times, you know, creek just barely moving, and little sandbars all over the place, but that ain't happening. Like I said, we got nothing but rain, man, just pouring. Yeah, see how the rocks almost disappear. Passing on your left. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty busy today. Everybody's trying to get out because like they haven't been able to get out, or they had to, you know, they were in the storm when they were doing it. It wasn't a lot of fun, that's for sure. Howdy. That's the fanciest scooter I've ever seen. It had full-size tires and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much why they call this the Greenway, you know, because you got the creek flowing through. I mean, it's mostly weeds, okay, let's face it, it's weeds. Old gnarly trees, you know, what I call the haunted trees, you know, all bent up, and great Halloween trees. But okay, I gotta get to the other side here and pop up a gear here. And I'm going over another little bridge. So it will be bumpy. Yes, it will. Okay. Bounce, 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 bounce. I'm like a rubber ball. I'm bouncing back to you, bouncy, bouncy. Okay, that's enough of that, huh? All right. But yeah. So yeah, we're just, like I said, we're just kicking. Heading up to Vincent Street. Howdy. And now that we're on the other side, the creek's over here. But you can't see anything because of the trees. It's really true, you can't see the forest through for the trees. So here you can't see the creek for the trees. Got to drop a gear here because it's not very long, but it's a bit of an incline, so kind of kick it back this way, bring it down to the ground. Oh man, I should have kicked it down one more. Oh. Yeah, there's still a lot about this system I don't really understand all that well. You know, it's like right there. You know, I mean, I've got it in level 1, and I was back into, I think it would be the third, I might be the second chain wheel. I mean, I'm sorry, the second rear cog. And yet it was pretty tough getting up that hill, that little incline. You know, had to put some real effort into it. So yeah, it's like the one on here is not quite as, so we got a little difference here. The one on Joe's trike seems to be a little stronger, but the two on mine is a lot stronger than hers. So it's funny, you know, she has a rear hub system, 350 watt, 36 volt, 12.8 amp rear wheel motor setup, and mine is a 500 watt 14 amp, no, 500 watt 36 volt 14 amp, yeah, there we go, Bafang inline, or bottom bracket motor, or mid motor, or whatever. They have like 10,000 names, because on a bicycle the motor is right in the middle of the bike, so they call it, you know, that's where you hear the term mid motor, you know. Okay, I'm gonna bring a gear down here. Yeah, that's all the way back. So I'm in level 1 e-assist, and the large cog on the rear cassette, which I think is a 30. It might be a 32. I've never counted it. What I'd like to do is eventually get I'd like to get like at least a 40-42, because that way, if the battery should, you know, have a problem, or you know, I lose a connection or something and can't figure it out. That way I'll still have, you know, at least semi-easy gears, you know, to get around. But, you know, right now, it'd be really tough because now this is a 46 tooth, you know, and before my third chain ring, the largest one out of 3, was only a 48. So, you know, so when I don't have when I don't have e-assist, you know, I'm going around in the big chain ring all the time. So it's actually more, I swear I work out harder on this with the E system on one than I did with the triple chain wheel set on the smallest chain wheel, which would have been 26. That bridge here was about the length of the one they're replacing over to get you onto the Templeton Gap Trail, or what they call the T-Gap Trail here. Yeah, it's a military town. They shorten everything. Love those acronyms, you know. Yeah, there's a good shot of the creek flowing there. I still haven't figured out. I think this camera has a zoom, but I haven't figured it out. One of these days I'll try to knock it out and figure it out, but I will be totally honest with you. I am not I'm not really good with you know, this newer technology. I'm not, I admit it. I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. See if I can get over the top here in a couple places. But yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, I'm just not really good with this technology. Yeah, you can sure tell it's construction season here, boy. I mean to tell you. They go nuts, boy. Minute May gets here. And you know, it's funny because it can still snow here in May. Oh yeah, yeah. We've actually been snowed, you know, snowed out during Memorial Day weekend before, but it's pretty rare. You know, I will be honest, it's pretty rare. It doesn't happen a lot. But that's the street sweeper backing up over here. Those geese don't like that squeaking, boy. They do not like that squeaking. Oh, sorry there, bird. I'm gonna get by you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Some people just don't have any patience whatsoever, man. It's just like, get out of my way. You know, it's just so sad. That is one of the many things I really love about this trike. You know, you just take it easy. It's just as fun to take it slow and easy as it is to rip down a big hill at Mach 9, you know. Nice little picnic area there. Passing on your left. Thank you. Got a bike behind us. I got to get out of the way here. Oh, he's going up that way. Okay, I'm gonna kick it back up to 2 here. Passing on your left. Thank you. Oh, you're good. When I get over to coming up on Criterium Bike Shop, get over there, I'm gonna stop and use the facilities, as they say, or the facilities, and because it's Tuesday and they're still open. They close on Wednesdays. They're open every other day of the week, but they close on Wednesdays. And it's funny, but it seems like every time we come up this way, we pick a Wednesday. So, yeah. So we'll just run over the bridge, another bridge here, now that puts us back the other way. One thing about this system that I really do like, even if you're pedaling, if you slow your cadence down a little bit, just a little bit, oh sorry, bumpy bridge, it will softly help you, you know. Okay, got a real steep uphill here to get up here, so got to come to this side and come around. Okay, I got to get this, got to get myself kicked around here. Come on, baby. Yeah, like I said, this is Criterium Bike Shop here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Bring you over here to the map. Yeah. That shows the whole trail system. Well, actually, this one only goes down as far as the Colorado Springs part of it, down to Dorchester Park. And then it goes south of that to Fountain. But you can see it goes way up through the Air Force Academy and all the way to Palmer Lake and Monument, another couple of small towns. All right. Well, that's the bridge we came over. All right. So for now, I'm gonna use the facilities, and I will get back with you. All right. Hey, again, thanks for coming along. Be back soon. Okay. All right. Well, we're back. It's my little tiny extender here. And, yeah. Stopped off at Criterium, and you're in Colorado Springs and you need general bicycle merchandise, you know, clothes, you know, computers, you know, mirrors, who knows, you know, that kind of stuff. They're a really good shop. They really are. You know, I mean, they're not a recumbent shop, okay, so, but, you know, I've stopped a couple times with me, you know, a real minor problem, and howdy, and they've helped me out without any problems. A couple times they didn't even charge me anything. So, they're good people. They just don't do recumbents, that's all. But you know, need a new helmet, whatever. Passing on your left. Thank you. switch hands here so I can, because the creek's on this side now. Like I said, it changes sides a lot. Yeah, I've only got about 45 minutes left on the card, but I'll probably record up to the Vincent Street, actually the Vincent Street frontage road. There we go. That turns into a trail, and because the other part there is really boring and there's a lot of car traffic, and so this is really this, well, I guess you call the serene part of there's a actual marker sign for the Pike Peak Greenway. Someday I'm gonna have to head down south and see if I can find the zero marker, you know, so where the greenway actually starts, because there's a lot of confusion, you know, because I always thought, you know, that it took all three trails to make up the Pikes Peak Greenway. Sorry, we got a noisy semi over here, but I've been told that's not the case. Passing on your left. Thank you. Passing on your left. Thank you. Morning. Good morning. Yeah, one of the sad things is, you know, a lot of the riders, you know, treat this like a time trial track, you know, and they're not supposed to do that, you know. These trails are supposed to have a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit, although they don't post it anywhere, you know, so I think that's so silly. And I've told them many times they need to post, you know, at least every once in a while, post that the speed limit on the trail is 15 miles an hour, because some of these guys and gals rocket down this thing. And, you know, it's funny. It's about dead even between e-assist and non-e-assist, you know, because the, you know, the really fast, you know, folks on the, you know, super light, totally carbon, you know, race bikes, you know, or the super carbon gravel bikes, you know, they fly. I mean, they fly. Okay. Now we're going to go off the Greenway Trail onto the Cottonwood Creek Trail. That's what this is right here. This is the Cottonwood Creek Trail. And that's Cottonwood Creek. So should have taken an allergy pill this morning. I really should have. Okay, I need to kick this up one. There we go. Like I said, this is Cottonwood Creek, and it goes way northeast. You know, out towards the prairie, out towards Kansas, but northeast in this direction. And yeah, like I said, man, this too is amazing. I'm already spun out on the second cog, you know. Really need to put it up to the third. But I'm going up a little higher here because we're not going to go across the bridge. Now, not this big old bridge here. That's just the old Denver Highway bridge. I don't know what they're going to do with it. It's not, you know, it's not safe to use. But if you want to continue on the Cottonwood Creek Trail, you have to go across this bridge here. Yeah, right here. Yeah. And you go under Vincent Street up there on the other side of that wall. Okay, gotta go just a bit so to kick in. Well, I mean, like I said, two just rocks. This is why Joe and I have e-assist, to help us get up these inclines without beating ourselves to death, you know. Because you just get worn out so fast when you get, you know, into your 60s and 70s. I know some of you guys are like ultra fit, killer athletes, you know. Well, the majority of us aren't. We're just not, man. We're just regular people that get tired. But yeah, when I get up here to the corner, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Got a nice view of the peak here, so in fact I just might shut it down right here. They do have a very nice view of Pike's Peak right there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a lot of snow up there. Like I said, man, we've had some heavy weather over the last 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, well, at least for now, I'm going to shut this down because the path here goes right along a major street and it's noisy and, you know, yeah, boring. So yeah, so I'm BJ Ondo from Out and About on the Recumbents. Normally I have my sidekick and partner, Joe, my wife, with me. My wife of almost 44 years come October. But yeah, she's got a hearing doctor's appointment today, so I'm out here all alone in the world and enjoying myself. So okay, all right, so for now I'm going to shut her down and we'll get back to you again. Have a great day. Okay, we're back. Stopped up at Panera Bread, got me some really tasty unsweetened iced tea, and had my brown bag lunch. This is a new building, a new factory or new something they're building, and I'm trying to figure out what those metal structures are in the back, because they go here and then there's another set on the other side. I'm trying to figure if this is like a car dealership maybe, or what, you know. This is really strange. If it's a car dealership, it's going to be a big car dealership, man. I mean, seriously big. But yeah, so you can see it's got the whole building over there. That's just, but those structures back there are just totally interesting. I wish I knew what the hell they were. I'm sorry. Sorry, forgive me. Hey, I spent 6 years in the military, and you know, so sometimes it slips out. Yeah, I would love to know what this is going to be. This is so cool. I don't know what those are. Yeah, I guess the fence got knocked over by the wind. We had, like I said, we've had fierce winds lately. I mean, it does look a little bit like a dealership, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. Wonder if maybe BMW's moving over here, because they got BMW right up the road there. But this would be a big, huge dealership here. Yeah. Get all this junk out of the trail here would be nice, but yeah, see, they got more of those structures on that side. Yeah, I'm just really curious on what the heck this thing's going to be. Okay, I gotta get up here and I think I'm just gonna jump out here if I can do it. It's hard to see around this dang sign. Come on, go, 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 go. There we go. That's the UC Health Grandview Hospital. It's kind of a sport hospital and outpatient and rehabilitation type hospital, you know, physical rehabilitation type. It's not really like a full hospital, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Then they have their medical center over there. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to go to that medical center and, you know, get an arthritis doctor, because she's the only one that's down this way, but she didn't want to take any more people, so that's a shame, because I can't get to the other arthritis doctors. They're on the extreme north end of town, and you know, there's just no way for me to get there. Yeah, it's orthopedics and sports medicine. That's what I thought. And that's just a medical center here. I guess that'd be a general thing. See, the BMW dealer is right across the street by the Harley dealer there. But I just wondered, and they just built that building, so you wouldn't honestly think they'd want to leave quite yet. And there's a good view of Pike's Peak right there. Yeah. Be careful, watch where I'm going here. This is kind of a funny thing, you know. They were working on the Pikes Peak Greenway Trail, so they made this trail, that asphalt part back there where the building was, you know, used to be dirt. And so they had this concrete part when they built the hospital and the medical center, and but they added in the asphalt part there and used it as a trail to be able to get over here to Criterium Bike Shop. This is another way to get to Criterium Bike Shop. And we just call it the Detour Trail, you know, because that's what it was. It was the detour for the Pikes Peak Greenway. So I gotta switch hands here. And come on, baby. One thing that's really cool about this bike is it has drum brakes, so you can actually, you know, use it full blast to be able to stop. But it takes a while to stop. It really does. You know, it's not like, you know, disc brakes. If you clamp on a disc brake, right, it goes crazy on you. You know, this is a little different. You know. But whoa, Nelly, whoa. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Shouldn't be too long. These guys should go next, and then I should be able to go after that. Yeah. Oh, he missed his turn. Yeah, please forgive that little squeak. Yeah, this is that's I25 up there, as you can kind of see. It's pretty busy, and it goes underneath here, and I'm going to go to the sidewalk on the other side. But too bad that sign's in the way. There's not a bad view of the peak over there. But yeah, sometimes you get stuck at these intersections, you know. That's the only problem with urban trails. Ah, we get to go. Yay! I don't know what that is. Some sort of a plastic box. Pretty good, that's a very noisy truck. Pretty good sounding Harley Davidson touring bike that went by. I gotta reach up here and get this light. I got a piece of concrete in my way. Turkeys. Okay, I'm gonna have to get okay. I can't go, so a nice BMW convertible there, Z4. out of the way of these concrete pieces over here. Yeah. You do have to put up with these intersections sometimes. Give you a view, another view of Pike's Peak through the trees over here. Oh boy. Yeah, this is where they come off the ramp and, you know, off I25, and they can either go to Nevada or they can go to, this is Corporate Center Drive I'm actually on. Yeah, if I had Joe here, I'd get off and move these concrete pieces, at least try to move that concrete piece. I don't know if I can because it's pretty damn big. It's a biggie. So yeah. Now I gotta wait for all the traffic to go by. And I gotta make sure these people come around the corner won't kill me. They might stop when they, you know, figure out I'm actually trying to record them, so. Whew, starting to get a bit warm, man. My leg covers are pretty warm. Nice thing about it, when you got traffic on that side, it stops the turners from jumping on the ramp up, you know, trying to run you right over. I mean, they will too. Yeah, that's the trail down there and the creek. Now we're just going up I guess this is technically just a sidewalk, but it's double wide for a little while. And like I said, we're heading back up. We're just heading back up to the bike shop on a different trail, and then I'm gonna turn south on the Greenway and probably go ahead and turn it back off. But I just wanted you to see that building, and because I'm trying to figure out what in the world, I'm going with a car dealership of some sort. I think that's what it is. I think it's a car dealership. I think they're gonna have, you know, like you know, the tent covers over those metal, strange shaped metal structures. They have maybe they're used cars or something, you know. Oh boy. You better watch where you're going, idiot. Might want to get a little patience, lady. She had her front end all the way out there, and there's a guy on a motorcycle coming down, and it's like, it's pretty scary how some people drive. That's the Great British Food Company over there. And we're back at Criterium Bike Shop, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get down here and stop. Trying to get run over by this Tesla here. Okay. All right, whoa, baby. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little view of the shop here. They used to have a little, a cool little cafe during the summertime called the Crit Cafe over here, and sadly that closed down. It's too bad. I really liked it. And but you can, if you want to get a beer, you can get a beer at this bike shop. They have taps on the side over there. So I don't drink, so I couldn't tell you the prices or anything like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut it back down again. And if for some reason I don't pick back up, you know, and come back to you guys, have an awesome day. BJ Ondo from Out and About on the Recumbents. And that's not only the name of our YouTube channel, but also the name of our blog. We have a blog on blogspot.com. I think it's like http, you know, .. and then it's like bjanjoe.blogspot.com. But I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I just want to let you know, and we appreciate all our subscribers. And if you're new, we'd love to have you be a subscriber. Yes, we would. And we don't care about numbers anymore, but just want to, you know, it is cool to have more people coming along for the ride. And if you want to be notified of our next video, on the YouTube page itself, you'll see a bell logo. Click on that bell logo and it will notify you when our next video comes out, and you won't have to try to find us out there on YouTube world, you know, or YouTube universe, you know. And hey, we'd love a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let us know what you liked or you really didn't like. We'll see if we can fix it. May not be able to, but we'll certainly try. And yeah, so as you know, our mantra is it's enough to be on your way. It's enough just to cover ground. It's enough to be moving on. Let's go. Ride low, but always ride recumbent. Like I said, we may get back to you, we may not. If not, happy trails. Have a great day. Bye for now.